Major League Baseball teams that trailed in the ninth inning by 5 runs or more hadn't had a lot of success the last 2 years. In fact, they were 0 in 1,057. That before last night, or Friday night, when the Tigers bullpen gave up 7 runs as the Twins walked off with an 8-6 win. So desperate for help, Detroit, they signed a former Rangers closer, Neftali Feliz. He was released last week. He's had an ERA over 4.5 with the Rangers this year, but beggars can't be choosers. Feliz in Minneapolis and available as the Tigers played the Twins. Took game 3 of their series, but today the problem was not the bullpen, it was the starting pitching. Alfredo Simon roughed up for the 5th straight outing. He allowed 5 consecutive hits in the second inning, including RBIs from Kurt Suzuki and Danny Santana, and the hits kept coming in the third. Twins scored 3 more times. Big Pasta lasts just 2 1/3 innings, allowing 7 runs on 10 hits. The Tigers did get some offense going in the 4th. A solo homer from Victor Martinez, and this 2-run single from James McCann made it 7-3. But in the 6th, former Tiger Torrey Hunter way back and gone to left. That's in the 3rd deck, 14th round tripper of the year for Torrey. Twins beat the Tigers 9-5. Star Wars night at Fifth Third Ballpark, always a big crowd for that event. Caps taking on Bowling Green. Bottom of the 3rd, Caps get a pair. First on a wild pitch to bring home Garrett Matledge, tied the game at 1. Later, same at bat, Michael Gerber with a line drive single to right field. That will plate Rashad Brown. That gave West Michigan a 2-1 lead. They go on to beat Bowling Green 3-2. Talk about your mismatches. Saturday's Wimbledon ladies final pitted top-seeded Serena Williams, a 20-time Grand Slam winner, against Garbina Muguruza, who was appearing in her first Grand Slam final. And with a win, Serena would own all 4 Grand Slam championships at the same time, completing the Serena Slam. Got off to a little bit of a slow start, had her first service broken, trailed 3-1 in the set, but then she took over, won 10 of the next 12 games, wins the first set 6-4, and then match point, she wins the second set 6-4 as well, claiming her 6th Wimbledon title, becoming the oldest champion at 33 in the Open era. PGA Tour 3rd round of the John Deere Classic, and U.S. Open champion, Masters champion Jordan Spieth, even par 70 on Thursday, but he was just giving his boys a head start because he had a 64 on Friday, and then Saturday he went even lower. Hit the stick at number 8, and I guess you could call that a bad break. It rolls about 24 feet from the hole, but Jordan Spieth only had 23 putts today and 18 holes. That's really good. He shoots 61 thanks to holing out on number 17 from 106 yards for eagle. Lowest round of his PGA Tour career. He is now the leader by 2 shots at 17 under. NASCAR in Kentucky for the Quaker State 400. Jeff Gordon had never won at Kentucky. Of course, this is last year. Lap 120, leaders pitting under caution. Race leader Brad Keselowski hits one of his tire carriers that had fallen down. That cost the 2-car 9 spots. This was a great race down to the end. Joey Logano and Kyle Busch going back and forth for the lead in the final 25 laps. Busch makes the pass here with about 20 laps to go, and he holds on to win the Quaker State 400. It's his 2nd win of the season. Both of those wins coming in the last 3 weeks. Jeff Gordon settles for 7th, and 24 car with Gordon behind the wheel will not be coming back to Kentucky because they don't come back again until next year. So I guess that'll be the only track he doesn't win in his career, but still a pretty darn good career.
Yeah, he had a pretty good career.
He was okay.
And luckily there weren't any crashes like we saw over in Daytona last week, which had quite the...
Yeah, that was obviously huge news, and Austin Dillon ran tonight, ran fine. He wasn't really injured. Hard to believe after you saw what happened at Daytona.
There you go. Awesome. Thanks, Jason. We'll be right back.